Hey, welcome to Rip Digits Game Master Coaching, where we get our fingers into everything, even if we lose them. Having money can solve so many issues in so little time. Or getting a percentage of the damage you take reduced, combined with an increased percentage of the damage you do, can make all the difference between you surviving and killing the mob that you've been trying to quest through, or dying. After tons of countless hours in-game, I found tons of ways to hone in money making, and crafting jewelry that gives any specific character exactly the stats they'll need. Alright, let's see if we made some money today. I put some stuff on the auction house last night for 24 hours, and let's see if we actually made some money overnight. Yes, we did. Oh yeah, we're making money. Let's go. Oh my gosh, I sold some. Oof. Alright guys, starting out doing your jewel crafting, what we're going to be doing is you will hop into the outfitting station. It looks like a spool, and then you'll hop in here, scroll all the way down until you see jewelry. Once you see jewelry, plop down at flawed amulets. This will be the first thing that you're making from 0 to level 50, and the different types of amulets you'll be making is going to be dependent on what you actually collect as you're collecting the silver that you need, as you collect stuff like that. So what you're going to be making is going to be dependent on what, luck and stuff you have of getting those specific gems in these rocks that you're mining. To actually make an amulet, you are going to need one chain. You can use silver, you can use gold as you go up, whatever. It doesn't actually matter. When it comes to XP, it doesn't matter. But whenever you're going for a higher gear score, you're gonna wanna use the upgraded version of these things. But starting out, we're gonna make silver. So we will need a set number of chains that we're gonna make, a set number of settings that we're gonna make, and it also takes one silver ingot. So one of each of these things. So make sure that you have a silver ingot for the same number of chains that you have, so that way you're not set back. After that, plan out what amulet you'll be making. You'll scroll down here to the trinket components. You'll make a chain, however many you want to make, and then once you make that many of that chain, you are also going to need silver settings, and you are going to make the exact same amount that you made of chains of silver settings, so that you have an even number. And then make sure that you have enough silver ingots left over for the exact same amount of chains as well. So if you do 30 chains, you're going to do 30 settings, and then you'll want 30 silver ingots left over so that you can make 30 whole amulets. And then you're going to be doing this till you hit level 50. Whenever you're making these amulets, you're also going to need cut flawed whatever gem it is that you want. So you're going to have to cut those flawed gems that you get, and the way that you will do that is going to the stone cutter. The stone cutter looks like this. You can tell with the little, I don't even know what these things are, to be honest, but this is what the stone cutter looks like. Got a bunch of stones, plop in here. You're gonna scroll down to flawed gems, and then you will cut your flawed gems. To cut these, you will need soul motes, you will need fire motes, air motes, earth motes, water motes. Pretty much every mote that you can get your hands on, you will need for this process. It will take 2 of a mote to cut a gem, and that will be the breakdown of cutting your gems. If you need a detailed description of where to get these motes or a run to do these, check out my stone cutting guide, and I have a guide and a walkthrough of routes for you to actually do to collect these. There will be a link in the description below for that. Whenever you guys are cutting any of your gems from 0 to 50, so whether it's the flawed gems or it is the whole gems, whenever you're cutting them, you are going to need stone cutter table tier 3 in the city that you're in. So if you're storing gems, make sure you're storing those gems into a city that has a tier 3 stone cutter and also a tier 3 outfitting station. So I just wanted you guys to know that so you guys don't get caught off guard. To see what tier the outfitter and the stone cutter is, all you have to do is either go to an actual station like I did here, and it'll tell you right here, outfitting station tier 3, or you can hit your map and zoom into a city, click on the city, and underneath the city, it'll tell you all the tiers of the crafters, all the tiers of the refiners. So that's how you will check to see what tier crafting areas are in each city. So once you guys hit level 50 in jewel crafting, one of the big things that you will need is level 50 50 stone cutting so that you continue moving as fast as possible when it comes to getting the XP that you need to continue to move through jewel crafting. The reason why is because once you hit level 50, to get the most XP that you possibly can get, you're going to need to be able to transfer your flawed gems into whole gems, so that way instead of getting 192 XP from your flawed, you'd start moving into a phase where you'd get 672 for making the same amulet, but just the upgraded version of it. So it's a huge bonus to actually getting the most amount of XP that you possibly can, is to get that level 50 stone cutting. I actually have a guide. I'm going to throw that in the description below for you guys so that you can easily get from level 0 to level 100 in stone cutting to kind of speed you through this process. I would suggest checking that out so that way you can get the most out of these videos as you're progressing through all of this. All right, guys, I wanted to give you guys a route for silver, an earlier game route, something that you can do from level 1 to 25, so that if you can't do the other route, you'll at least have this for the time being. The route that I do is this is Everfall. I'll leave out of the east gate of Everfall, come up here. This rock right here is silver right here. There's silver right here. There is silver right here. There's more silver inside this cave. There's silver here, and then there's a couple gold nodes right, or one gold node, I think, right here. And then as you come over here, there'll be silver on this rock, like 2-3 nodes, 2 nodes of gold here, and then 2 or 3 nodes of silver here. And then you'll make your way around, and then there'll be 2 nodes of silver here as well. After you complete this area, you can make your way up towards this area where this mine is. This mine has a ton of silver. Be coming to this big rock here. Once you make it to this big rock, there'll be 3 nodes right here on this corner. You'll walk over here, there will be 2-3 nodes right here. After that, you'll walk around to this corner. There'll be 2 nodes on the side of this cliff, and then 1 kind of tucked in the mountain here. After that, you'll come right up here. There'll be 3 nodes on the side of this, all covered by guys that you will have to kill. Kill those guys, knock that out. Walk over here, there will be a node here and a node here. So 2 nodes on this wall. After you knock those out, you'll walk up here. There will be a couple of nodes on this little itty bitty rock. And then after that, you will go straight up here. There will be a silver node here, and then there will be a silver node here. There's some iron up here that you can grab if you'd like. Go up here, there's a silver node here. There's some more iron right up here, and then another silver node here, and another silver node here. After you finish that, you'll come down here. There will be a silver node right here on this edge. So once you hit this silver node, you can go straight into hitting this one. After you get this one, you'll want to walk over here, grab this node. There will be another node over here, and there will be another node over here. And then after you knock out this one by this little chest that's over here, you'll end up coming straight across, get this node. You'll walk through, like up the little mountain behind a chest that's there, and then there will be another node here. After you get this node, you'll run up here, there will be a node here. After that, you'll walk over here, grab this node. There will be another node here, and then another node back here. And then by the time you knock that out, you can end up just coming back to this big rock, and the majority of the rock have been respawned already, because for some reason this area, this Canary mine, respawns the nodes really fast. So by the time you finish all the nodes in this area and you come back here, there will be nodes already respawned. So you'll be able to continuously do that if you still have space in your bag. And then after that, you can just go back to town. And that is the low level 0 to level 25 to collect your silver and a little bit of your gold. So this area is going to be 26 through 35, so you're going to want to make sure that you're around that level. 26, 27 to actually do this. There's a lodestone. You can either choose to skip going up here to get platinum, or if you choose to do that, you'll continue going that way. Just wanted to show you guys this so that whenever you guys end up hitting level 100, you have the ability to change your gold into platinum. So inside of this cave, there will be platinum ore, and then the platinum will be right here in these two spots. And then after that, you will go out of this cave going southeast. There will be a little cave here. Inside here, you'll have to kill this monster. He's a level 30. There will be 2 silver on this side. 1 here. Some saltpeter. Go around this way. Up on top of this rock will be more. You make your way southeast slightly. Inside here there will be quite a bit of stuff. You're gonna go into this cave. Inside this cave, they are level 28. There will be 2 gold inside of here. There's starstone here, more starstone in here. There will be another starstone right there, and then as you swing around here, and down in here will be a lot of gold. So you'll have one here. You come in here, there'll be gold up here as well. And then as you increase your territory rank and stuff, I actually have a guide to questing and material collection that you can go through to get your territory ranks up and stuff like that. And so if you guys want to check that out, go for it. I'll put a link for that in the description below, and that will increase your speed for doing that. After that, you will come south around this rock cliff. Until you hit this road. Once you hit this road, you can walk up here, grab this silver, from here you'll go southeast. Here you go northeast. You'll be able to grab these. I end up going up this way. And then you'll grab these. After you grab these, you will end up going south. this way to this little camp. And I just end up jumping off down this way. And you're gonna run into this gold. In the middle of this, I make sure that I'm constantly having these proficiency potions up and running. And you'll see it by the little hand icon that it's actually giving you the bonus. And then the other one that I have is the garlic roasted potatoes for the luck. And that gives me an increased amount of gold, silver, and gems whenever I'm crafting. From here, I will go east, a little above east towards northeast, and I'll end up running into more gold right up here. After those, I will start going east again and head up this little ridge. And then we will follow the ridge the rest of the way. Alright. Pop up here, grab this one. There's going to be a lot of soul motes over here as well. If you end up wanting to grab those, I would suggest it. They're very helpful, especially in the stone cutting process. I actually have a video on stone cutting, which is something that you're going to need while you're doing jewel crafting. You need at least 50 to get to 100 jewel crafting if you're wanting to actually cut the gems yourself and put them in the jewelry and everything like that. So follow this ridge. Sorry. Southeast. Follow this ridge, go down here, grab this. Rip. After this, I hop up here. Run across this bridge. Follow this ridge line. Make my way east. Here I will go southeast, cross this. Stay up above this a little bit and come up on this rock. And there will be more gold right here. After that, I run up here, going towards southeast and east, the middle of them, and then just start making my way up this mountain. Well, once I get past this little crevice, we'll start going more northeast and then climb up this mountain. And then once you get up this mountain, you'll end up running into some more silver. This next part, we are going to go up this ridge, and then we're going to cross through this this area right here. End up going around, and then just cutting through east. And then we are going to go down here on the side. There will be 3 And then from here, we're gonna go straight north. I'm gonna go up here. Go up here. Start climbing up this little rock ledge. And then from here, we'll go west. And then from there, you're pretty much done. That is the route for silver, gold, above level 25, so that way you do not die whenever you're out here, because most of the enemies out here are around 28, so 28 to 30. So I just kind of wanted to show you guys that. I hope you guys enjoy it. So after you guys hit level 50 and you have 50 stone cutting, this is kind of the process that you'll be going through. If you didn't get 50 stone cutting, what you can do is you can start making gold bands. So you'll make gold bands, gold chains, gold settings, and just a huge amount. And that'll start progressing you quite a bit if you don't yet have the stone cutting to actually do the actual gems and stuff like that. But if you do have that level 50 stone cutting, we'll start moving into making whole gem rings and whole gem amulets. If you do not want to get the 50 stone cutting and you don't want to get the 24 arcana to do this, you can always buy these items from the auction house as well. So you can buy the whole onyxes, you can buy the life wisp, whatever you need to do, you can buy it from there as well. So, all right, once you guys hit 50 jewel crafting, you will be able to start making regular gemmed amulets. And to do that, you will need to go to the stone cutting table and have at least 50 stone cutting. And once you have 50 stone cutting, you'll be able to change the flawed gems that you have into the whole gems. And you'll be able to use those and plug those into your amulet crafting. So you will need 3 flawed onyxes. You will need 1 life wisp, which requires, to make these, it requires 25 arcana, which is very, very easy to make. I'll be coming out with a video over arcana very soon. If you subscribe, you'll end up seeing that whenever that pops out. And then also you will need any kind of solvent to actually create these. So once you have those flawed onyxes, that life wisp, and some solvents, you'll be able to craft your flawed gems into whole gems, and then you will be able to plug those in over at the outfitting station. It will be almost the exact same thing that you did before, where it is 1 of the cut gem that you're using, 1 silver chain, 1 silver setting, and 1 of whatever precious metal you're wanting to use. And what I started doing in this process, because at this point at tier 3, you can see it here, the number of tier it is. At tier 3, a lot of people start having the money to buy these jewelry sets. So rings, and I think rings get unlocked at like level 20, and then amulets as well. People start to buy whenever you get to this tier 3 section. And because of that, I end up trying to increase the gear score as much as I can, because I'm starting to have quite a bit of gold. I'm starting to have quite a bit of silver. So I'll start to make more gold and actually increase this potential gear score, and maybe even throw in some of these random special resource perk attribute things. And then I'll also add some Azoth to it. So 15 Azoth, it'll give you, if this is low, like the attributes is a low chance, it won't do a whole lot, but once you go to 30, it'll change the perk 1 to a very high chance of getting that perk. So that's why you'll use the Azoth, stuff like that. If you're wanting to sell this stuff, I don't think I actually used Azoth for a lot of the ones that I was making, because I ended up salvaging some of them just to get my gems back from the things that I was making, because I just wanted to keep those gems in my circulation so I could continue to gain XP and stuff like that, which is also a really good way to do this as well. If you're not wanting to sell it and you're wanting to just continuously grind XP, just salvaging these, it'll give you a gem back or whatever. So that's kind of the breakdown on that. And you'll be making these from level 50 to level 100, and you can do either the amulets or the rings, and it's completely up to you what you want to do. They are the exact same XP, so it won't really matter. I think the rings, from what I've seen, end up selling a little bit easier because more people are starting to get to that higher level to where they have enough money to pay, you know, 20 to 40 to 50 gold for some of these rings. These rings probably won't sell for 50 gold. Tier 3 usually doesn't. So usually from anywhere from 20 to 30, 35 gold, you can sell these depending on if they are green whenever they come out or if they're blue whenever they come out. So that is that. That is what you'll be doing from level 50 to 100. So when you're actually making these flawed amulets or any of your amulets or any of your rings or anything like that, this potential gear score will go up as you increase the value of these. So if instead of using silver chains, you use gold chains or platinum chains, silver settings, if you move those to gold settings or platinum settings, this potential gear score is going to move up. And it's the same with the precious metals. You can move it up to gold and it'll change that potential gear score to an increased amount. And then you can do the same thing with platinum. Also, add special resource. You can add boar blood to give it strength and focus, or leather beads to give it dexterity. So while you're making these jewelry, you can add these special perks inside of this, so you'll get whatever added benefit that you get for the gem itself, and then also you can put your dexterity bonus or your strength bonus or your focus bonus in that as well. So I just want to kind of give you guys a quick breakdown of what gear score looks like, what all you can do while you're crafting this real quick. So that's that. All right guys, I kind of wanted to take you guys through my selling process of what it looks like. So first of all, you have to make sure that you have the ability to actually sell something. So to be able to tell if you have too many active orders or too many active buy orders or too many active sell orders, you get a total allowed of 100. And on your My Orders page under active orders, it literally tells you your total allowed and it tells you how many you actually have. So right now at this point in time, I can only have 79 more orders that I put out. So because I have room, I'm gonna go to the clothing section for my amulets, and I'm gonna actually sell some of these amulets. These ones, the amber and these ones haven't been selling super well. I'm gonna throw one on the market just to see. I'm gonna look at my highest one. It actually tells you your gear score right here. I'm gonna throw my highest one up, and then I'm gonna see how much I can actually make from it. It's a tier 3. I was putting it up for like 20 and I wasn't getting anything for it. I really don't want to sell anything less than 15. I'm gonna throw this one up. I'm gonna see if I can sell it. If I can't sell it by the end of one day, then I will just salvage it, take the gem back, and then we will actually use it to get XP in something else, to continue to get XP in our jewel crafting. The breakdown of the sell order place is you will put in your listing price, however much that is. If there are other people who have sell orders, it'll show you the comparative price. I want to show you that real quick. Go to one that's decently popular. So it'll show you right here the other current sell orders, how much they're charging and what that looks like. So for this one, it's a blue, which is pretty good. It usually has a good attribute on it. Most of the other ones are selling for 30. Right now I haven't been selling, and I don't know if that's because right now the market is kind of interesting, or because of the money hack that was happening with the axe, where people could just instantly kill stuff and they were making tons of money off of it. I don't know if that's what it was from, but so in this situation right now, they're selling for about 30. I want to just sell this, so I don't really care. I'm trying to make money for paying my taxes and stuff like that. So I'm gonna throw it down to 25. It's a blue. It should sell. We're gonna check it out, see if it does sell by the end of the day. I'll hop back on tomorrow, see if it sells. If it doesn't sell, then I'll end up just salvaging it. So that's what that looks like, the selling of things. A quick thing is, do not sell things for 14 days. It is an absolute waste of money and time and resources. You end up not being able to sell other stuff because your list gets too full. If you end up getting better stuff or whatever. The charging price for this is actually outrageous. So the highest is 7.86. It tells you what you earn per unit, so that's almost half the cost just to keep it up for that long. If you go down, it's not as much, but it goes all the way down to to less than $1 if you put it up for one day. And I love doing that because if you have it up for more than one day, usually other people are playing the market consistently, so they'll end up being in the market, they'll end up going and low bidding you, and then you will never sell the thing, and you'll literally have that item on there for all day. You'll never make an update to it, you'll never get it sold, and it'll just waste time sitting in there. You'll end up being charged a huge listing fee and not making any money from it. So because of that, I end up putting it in for one day. I end up choosing a price that I think is decent, and then at the end of that day, I'll look to see if it sells. If it doesn't, then I'll change the price down a little bit, and then if it still doesn't sell and I don't think it's worth the money anymore, I'll just salvage it. So that's kind of the process that I go through. I used to sell for 14 days, and I literally wasted so much money doing it, and I only sell for one day now just because that is the way to go with this. So I just wanted to show you guys that. So if you guys can't sell it or you don't want to sell it and you want to actually get your gem back, what you'll do is you'll salvage. The shortcut is S and left click, and then it'll bring up this menu. Right now I have way too many repair parts, so that's giving me this menu. But usually it'll give you repair parts, and then for this, it'll give you a flawed gem of whatever you were using as your thing. So I ended up doing it. It ends up giving you the flawed gem. It's not even the cut flawed gem. It turns it back into a flawed gem, so you get to recut it, everything like that. So that will be, if you don't want to sell it, this is what that process is going to look like. You'll be able to toss this back into your storage and then use it again for the next XP that you're wanting to make. Hey guys, if this video has been helpful for you, smack that like button. And if you want to catch more content like this, make sure to subscribe so you can get notified as soon as new videos hit the channel. Alright guys, so now that you have made it to level 100 jewel crafting, you'll be able to start making platinum hooks, settings, bands, and chains. This is going to be another really good way to level up XP after you get to level 100. You'll start using these to increase your gear score whenever you're actually making your jewelry. You'll be able to start making brilliant jewelry using cut brilliant, whatever gems you're using. And then so during this process, I usually start using platinum of these hooks and settings on the earrings and for the rings and also the amulets, and from there I just start making all of that brilliant jewelry. This jewelry is absolutely amazing. You can usually sell it for upwards of 50 to so gold, around there, give or take plus 10, depending on how good the stats are and stuff like that. During that process, I'll start putting these special resources in there, the perk resources, to start giving them really good stats because I'll start making money off of them. I'll start using Azoth to actually increase the chance of getting these perks on these items because these are going to be a really good source of making money, especially in this mid to late game. And if you were able to check out that stone cutting guide in the description below, you will have the stone cutting level of 100 after you finish that video, and you will be able to craft your flawed gems into regular gems, your regular gems into brilliant gems, and then you'll be able to use those brilliant gems in this jewelry. So I hope you guys got to check that out. Another perk of having jewel crafting is if you get items that are blue that have a jewel crafting slot like these, you end up being able to put in these physical ward damage absorption type of things inside of it. So I literally did it with, I think these are opals and onyxes for my armor to give me more survivability, stuff like that. Even on my weapon, I'm able to actually put those jewels on that as well. So, but this is one of the huge main reasons why jewel crafting is very, very lucrative and so helpful. So I just kind of wanted to show you guys that, what that looks like, what you'll be doing, where you'll be putting these things outside of just getting your jewel crafting XP and stuff up. For me too, the way that I figured out which jewels to put inside of my armor, I actually found a website that had a breakdown of all the jewels, all the perks that those jewels would give you, and I will go ahead and throw a link for that in the description below. And then these jewels have to be cut. So just so you know, you have to cut the jewels before you put them into your armor or your weapon slot. After you go through this process, you'll have the ability to make passive money selling 3 pieces of jewelry. You'll be able to craft your own high-end jewelry specific for your character. You'll have extra survivability, not just because the gems that you're placing in your armor and the different jewelry that you're wearing, but also you'll be able to make this common gemstone dust, which increases absorption of elemental damage types by 300% for 20 seconds or until any damage is received. So it'll help you with your survivability. Hey, thanks for checking this video out. I hope this video actually helped you guys to propel you into the next stages of what you want to grow in a new world. If you enjoyed this content or want to have your questions answered, plop down a comment and smack that like button. You can also join our Twitch community and get ahead of the curve by learning this stuff as I do and asking your personalized questions while I'm live. Also, I just wanted to remind you guys, be looking out for that alchemy video that I'll be coming out with soon, just to take your jewel crafting to that next level. Until then, grow your brain, put something into practice today, and grow the life you want.